What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Brian from Brian's Random Thoughts. Just want to congratulate the Philadelphia Eagles. As a Patriots fan, it sucks, but you win some and you lose some. Philly played great. They played great all season, and they deserve it, so my hat's off to them. But now let's talk about their big issue. What are they going to do going forward? They have two phenomenal quarterbacks, but they can't keep them both. I'm sure they would love to, but there's just no way. So, what do you think they should do? Now, I've talked to some of my friends, and they say, well, Carson Wentz is just on another level. They're definitely going to go back with him. They have to go back to him because he's the better of the two. I can't say that. I can't agree with that. I mean, Nick Foles played lights out in the playoffs. That's where it matters. That's, to me, what separates great players from just good players. I'm not knocking Carson Wentz. We'll never know how he would have done. It could be largely in part to the system they have in Philly. But I can say pretty confidently that Nick Foles outplayed Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Outplayed him, hands down. I mean, he was dropping dimes, making passes, catching passes. I mean, the guy, it looked like he had no cares in the world. Now, some people have said, well, there was no pressure on him. If he wins, it's amazing. If he loses, well, he's the backup quarterback. And I think that's not fair. You can't downplay what that guy did in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl. He completely outplayed Tom Brady. And we can't act like this is just some guy that we didn't know anything about. He already showed signs of being a great quarterback early in his career. And then, he had to go through the process of whatever it took for him to mature. But then when given a second opportunity, a second chance, he completely maximized his opportunity. Nick Foles is a great quarterback. I don't think he's just a good quarterback. I think he's a great quarterback. I mean, I just really admire his composure. I admire his decision making. He looked like he was meant to be there. So, back to the problem. What do you do? Well, Carson Wentz is younger. He's shown himself to be an extremely good quarterback. But I think Nick Foles is right now. That's the problem. It's short term versus long term. I think in the short term, Nick Foles puts them in position to win now. Not that Carson, again, and that's why it's so hard. It's not that Carson Wentz wasn't winning. But man, maybe they trade Nick Foles. I think that's your only option. Either you start him or you trade him. You can't keep him on the bench. It's ridiculous. So, what do you think? Do you think they should keep him? Do you think they should let him go? Do you think do you think that it's not even an issue? I don't know. Let me know. Write in. Let's discuss. All right. Until the next time. This is Brian from Brian's Random Thoughts.